Yo, what's up guys? This is NLW Figs here, back again with another video. Today, I'm showing you my action figure setup for the month of February. A lot of important stuff has been going down. There have been several huge departures as well in the world of wrestling, as well as some top-notch wrestling as well. But before I get into the video, make sure you like it if you enjoy and subscribe to NLW Figs for more wrestling figure content. And hey, comment down below what your favourite moment of February was. But you know what, we'll get straight into it. And the biggest story to happen in the world of wrestling in February was undoubtedly Cody and Brandy Rhodes leaving AEW and apparently heading to WWE. Now, at the time of recording this, they have not gone anywhere. They've not signed anywhere new, but it's certainly interesting. You know, they were the pillars of AEW for a very long time. Of course, Cody Rhodes being, EVP of AEW, that really shakes things up. So where do they go from here? I don't know. It's quite odd that they've chosen to leave AEW. I don't want to speculate on why, but all I can say is I hope that Cody Rhodes is successful wherever he goes, because he is a very talented wrestler, despite, recent negative fan reactions towards him. But AEW may even have a new free agent coming their way soon. Why? Because the man who just left WWE is Cesaro. Could he be on his way to AEW or another wrestling company in the near future? Of course, his contract recently expiring with WWE, couldn't come to terms on a new deal, I should say. So it'll be interesting to see where Cesaro ends up, if he even does end up anywhere but the WWE. Apparently he's just had a kid, so it would be interesting when he comes back from like paternity leave and stuff like that, where he ends up in wrestling, or if he just wants to take a break. And you know what, whatever Cesaro wants to do, I'll be happy for him, because he's been one of my favorite wrestlers for years, and I hope that he catches a break wherever he goes. Secretly hoping he goes to AEW, but that's besides the point. We'll mix it up with a little bit of, because we've got a lot of AEW to talk about this month, but we'll talk about something big that happened in WWE, and that's the arrival of Logan Paul with The Miz. Yes, that is definitely Logan Paul behind The Miz, not Michael Hayes at all. What are you talking about? But yeah, The Miz announcing that his surprise partner was Logan Paul for WrestleMania, as it was rumoured, and they attacked the Mysterios. And you know what, I'm not too opposed to celebrity involvement. I am looking forward to if Johnny Knoxville faces Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. I think that would be a good match. Logan Paul, though, I don't know, man. It's just got go-away heat with me. Not a fan of the Paul brothers at all, so it's not really something for me. But again, he's pretty charismatic on the mic, I guess. So, he's got that going for him. It's just not really a match that I'll be interested in seeing. I'm not really that behind Rey Mysterio and Dominic beating The Miz in this storyline. It's not my cup of tea, but I'll tell you what, someone who's hoping to get back in action before WrestleMania is the Destroyer, Bobby Lashley. Of course, losing the WWE Championship, we'll get to that in a moment, losing the title in Saudi Arabia, and apparently going to miss about 4 months of action. He's hoping to rehab and get back in time for WrestleMania, which for his sake I hope he does, because he's been one of the strongest parts of Raw over the past year, and he's hoping that Lashley can recover and get back in the title hunt. But let's talk about the title hunt. It's very interesting after Elimination Chamber, where we found out there's going to be a unification match between the Beast, the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar, and the man sat over there watching his competition, Roman Reigns. And here you see Brock Lesnar delivering a massive F5 to Austin Theory off the top of a chamber pod to win the WWE Championship. And now he will face Roman Reigns. And if you haven't seen the contract signing between these two yet, I would go out of your way to watch it. It's one of the better WWE segments they've had in a while, in my opinion. Lesnar, I love his new character as a babyface. I think it's great, as well as Roman Reigns on the mic as a heel. Just great stuff you love to hate, and I'm really looking forward to this title unification match at WrestleMania. Some people don't believe that the title should be unified. I personally think that one world champion should reign over the company. I think that two world championships kind of muddles things. So yeah, looking forward to this Brock versus Roman match, and that is not a sentence I thought I would say in 2022. But we have some new arrivals in AEW to talk about. One of them, the Limitless One, Keith Lee. Keith Lee debuting a couple of weeks ago to qualify for the Face of the Revolution ladder match, just manhandling Isaiah Cassidy. And since then, fans have been clamouring to see Keith Lee back in a ring again. So we'll get to see it at Revolution. And right behind him there you see Wardlow, who will also be in that ladder match. And there's quite a lot of big guys in this ladder match coming up at Revolution, so it will be interesting to see how it all plays out. But Keith Lee, again, one of my favourites, glad to see him in AEW. And another guy I'm very happy to see in AEW is Buddy Matthews. Yes, he has joined the House of Black. They attacked Paul Pack And the Lucha Brothers, well, just Penta. We're still waiting to see when Rey Fenix is going to come back, but the inevitable Death Triangle versus House of Black match is going to be insane. I'm such a big fan of Buddy Matthews. Very glad to see him in AEW. I know it's a bit cliche because you do worry sometimes that the roster is going to get too bloated in AEW, but they seem to be using most of their stars well, and hopefully Matthews is no exception. I can't wait to see the bangers he puts out. Want to put him in the ring with Pac or Phoenix, anyone really, and it'll be a 5-star classic in my opinion. So yeah, loved him on 205 Live. Great to see him getting an opportunity in AEW. And someone who had an opportunity recently in AEW was Jay White. Apparently this was a last-minute signing by Tony Khan to get him to make a couple of appearances. Of course, he's been appearing in Impact. They've just kicked out Tangaloa and Tamatonga of the Bullet Club. So the GOD are gone from the Bullet Club. One wonders where it will go from here, as well as how New Japan kind of filters into things. But here you see him attacking Orange Cassidy, of course. He beat Trent, did Jay White, on an episode of Rampage. So we'll see if Jay White has anything more to do with the Elite in AEW, whether he kind of crosses paths with the Young Bucks, whether he crosses paths with Adam Cole. But it did seem like a short-term deal for now, but it'll be interesting to see him back in AEW again. He looks like a star, and yeah, again, big fan of Jay White, so good things all round there. And more stuff that happened in AEW this month. We had CM Punk and MJF's great feud continue. Poor Brandy just fell right there. A great match between MJF and CM Punk, where MJF actually seemingly beat CM Punk once, but then the referee reversed the decision and it continued. So we had CM Punk hit the Pepsi plunge, and eventually it was MJF who got the win over CM Punk. And you wonder when Wardlow is going to turn on MJF, because it's happening sooner rather than later, in my opinion. So it'll be very interesting to see when that breakup happens. But we're getting a dog collar match at Revolution, and the promo, oh my god, the promo that MJF cut on CM Punk on a recent Dynamite was insane. Just really built sympathy for him. Is it a ruse? Is it not? Time will tell, but for now, I'm really looking forward to this dog collar match at Revolution, and I'm also really looking forward to Danielson versus Moxley at Revolution. Brian has been trying to get Moxley on his side so many times recently. He's been facing the likes of Liam Moriarty, Daniel Garcia, to try and recruit these young guys into their own little faction, but Moxley says, I don't fight alongside anyone until I make them bleed first. So they're going to make each other bleed at Revolution. We will see. But it's a match that it was postponed from Full Gear. Now that we're getting it at Revolution, I cannot wait. Personally, would love to see these two kick each other's asses and then team up to mentor the young guys in AEW. And lastly, but not least, we have Hangman Page continuing his record-setting AEW Championship reign with a win over Lance Archer in an incredible Texas Death Match. So Lance Archer, again, I wish he would do more in AEW, but it is what it is. I guess that you got to put Hangman over strong, and they did that in a big way. A buckshot over the referee through a table for Hangman to win, and now Hangman is scheduled to face Adam Cole at Revolution for the AEW World Championship. That should be a great match. I don't think Cole's going to be the one to beat Hangman though, but time will tell who will be the one to beat Hangman. I think personally it should be MJF, but again, we will see. So a lot going on in the month of February, and a lot going to be happening on the road to WrestleMania. But what did you think of the month of February, and what did you think of the video? Let me know by leaving a like on the video and commenting down below. What was your favourite moment from the month of February? Have I missed anything? Let me know in those comments. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed, as always, and subscribe to NLW Figs for more wrestling figure content. That's it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.